That the Trump is the best thing happened ever to us.
Huh?
That he is the magician of the highest order. That he is there in his irrational mind to create confusion in order that the human being can find new order. And you know, it's not so stupid thinking about this in that way. It's completely turning things upside down. Because since Trump is around, things are changing. Because we are waking up.
Ja, Freunde, eine Seitenempfehlung von mir an dieser Stelle. Und zwar Österreich erwacht und der Zweitkanal Nutzlose Esser. Gerade wenn es um die Thematik mit Putin und Trump und so weiter geht, mit der ganzen Q-Scheiße und ihr wisst schon, was ich meine.
Thank you very much. Henry Kissinger has been a friend of mine. I've liked him, I've respected him, but we've been friends for a long time, long before my emergence in the world of politics. But we got to know each other very well. He's a man I have great respect for. It's an honor to have Dr. Kissinger with us, a man of immense talent and experience and knowledge. So you may want to say something, and thank you for being here, Anna. Thank you very much.
I'm here at a moment when the opportunity to build a constructive, peaceful world order is very great.
That actually the best thing happened in this planet right now is the Trump to be the president. Because he's so irrational, he's so crazy, that's actually create that awakening, that we finally wake up. Because before it will be another guy and everything looks similar, but he's so different than anything else. So he's the magician who waking us up.
Kann ich wirklich sagen, dass auf diesem Kanal gut gearbeitet wird, es wird gut recherchiert. Es ist klar und deutlich, die Fakten sind da und ja, würde ich mich freuen, wenn natürlich diese Kanäle auch wachsen, weil Desinformation ist immer scheiße so. Ich finde, falsche Hoffnungen machen auch und ja, man sollte schon realistisch sein und man sollte natürlich auch die Tatsachen sprechen lassen.
Conspiracy theorist Wayne Allen Root, who portrayed Mr. Trump in messianic terms, tweeting, "Thank you to Wayne Allen Root for the very nice words. President Trump is the greatest president for Jews and for Israel in the history of the world. And the Jewish people in Israel love him like he's the king of Israel. They love him like he is the second coming of God."
I am the chosen one. I am the chosen one.
That he is the magician of the highest order.
The magician who waking us up.
Well, right now, we are the only station here so close to this Confederate statue of Albert Pike.
On finishing your education, you prove to the entire world that you can set your mind to something important, push through and succeed, showing all of us that you, our next generation, already possess the strength and resilience of the American spirit.
And Norman Vincent Peale, the great Norman Vincent Peale was my pastor. The Power of Positive Thinking. Everybody's heard of Norman Vincent Peale. He was so great. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale, Frank. The great Norman Vincent Peale. But a bright line in the sand, and we will protect you, that I can tell you, and we will say enough is enough.
It works incredibly well, 95%, maybe even more than that. It works incredibly well. And it's really saving our country, and it's saving, frankly, the world. I would recommend it, and I would recommend it to a lot of people that don't want to get it, and a lot of those people voted for me, frankly. But it's a great vaccine, it's a safe vaccine, and it's something that works.
Oh, this is great.
I wear it every day. I wear it every day.
So tell me about this.
I'm a registered nurse, so I am so pro-vaccine if it's right for you and your health. Thank God for Donald Trump. I'm going to get teary. Thank God for Donald Trump.
Going to save the world. I recommend you take it.
I recommend take the vaccines. I did it. It's good. Take the vaccines.
Years from now, they'll be talking about it. They'll be talking about this great thing that we did with the vaccines. A truly unprecedented, amazing medical miracle.
And did you get the booster?
Yes.
I got it.
That they don't want some form of protection. And with that, I have to say, I thought it was a very good meeting. When you left, when the press left, we had a fairly long meeting.
Jesuitisches Kreuz, sondern das ist der Gott Osiris oder Luzifer.
Trumps Anerkennung von Jerusalem als Israels Hauptstadt eint die Palästinenser in ihrem Widerstand.
Der größte Coup, also das, was wirklich historisch war, ist die Tatsache, dass wir beschlossen haben, unsere Botschaft, wie Sie das ja wissen, nach Jerusalem zu verlegen.
Sagen einige Medienberichte beispielsweise, dass Israel große Teile des Westjordanlands seinem Staatsgebiet einverleibt. Der Eindruck, der hier also entsteht, dass dieser Plan vor allem Netanyahu dient.
Ich kann Ihnen bestätigen, Israel will den Frieden und dann müssen die auch wollen. Ansonsten haben wir nichts mehr mit denen zu tun.
Das palästinensische Außenministerium nennt Trumps Nahostplan die Verschwörung des Jahrhunderts.
Netanyahu wiederum sagte, an Trumps Entscheidung werde sich das israelische Volk noch in Jahrhunderten erinnern.
Wir sagen Nein zu Trump und anderen. Nein, wir werden sein Projekt nicht akzeptieren. Wir haben ihm gesagt, dass sein Jahrhundertprojekt die Ohrfeige des Jahrhunderts ist.
אנחנו עושים צעד חשוב לקראת עלייתו על הקרקע של היישוב רמת טראמפ. הוא נושא בגאון את שמו של ידיד גדול מאוד של מדינת ישראל, אני גם מאוד גאה לומר ידיד גדול שלי, נשיא ארצות הברית דונלד טראמפ.
לאחרונה ניתצו כמה עניינים. מה שרואה עוד, וגם משהו שעדיין משאיר ליבו. אז הייתה משהו עם מה ידיעתו.
I am the chosen one.
Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is, that's his blog. He said, President Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago and joined Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York City, according to a high-level White House official. Mr. Goldberg says the story has allegedly been held by CNN's editors for months. David Elias Goldberg, a fellow at the Jewish Center of Anti-Semitic Study, has also interviewed the White House source. According to the source, Trump was pushed by his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to join the faith. At first, Trump resisted, stating it would threaten his base of evangelical Christian voters. However, he had a change of heart and officially converted in early 2017. The ceremony was held in private and closely guarded for nearly 2 years. Qualified Donald Trump to be named the first Jewish president of the United States.
And that's what the Times of Israel said.
Again, that was not David Duke's newsletter.
Right.
It's a Jewish-owned newspaper.
It's an honor to be here with the first Jewish president of the United States.
Awards are given to me by the Jewish community for different things, and this is the Tree of Life, which is a very big award in terms of everything that I stand for. It means so much to me. And a lot of times I'll have friends of mine come in, Jewish, and they will see the Tree of Life and they'll say, wow, what a great thing. Likewise, right over here, this is the Shalom Humanitarian Award, and that was presented to me also.
Number 8, we will finally complete the biometric entry-exit visa tracking system, which we need desperately. In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place. And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
I was not a fan of his, that I can tell you. I was not a fan of his. I was not a fan of his. I was not a fan of his.
Giant fucker. She was married. I moved on her like a bitch. I gotta use some Tic Tacs just in case I start kissing her. You know, I'm automatically attracted to beautiful. I just start kissing them. It's like a magnet. It just like, I don't even wait. And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the pussy. I can do anything.
Pull the hell.
I stood up, and he came to me and started kissing me open-mouthed as he was pulling me towards him.
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that. If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her, you know.
I think God calls all of us to fill different roles at different times, and I think that he wanted Donald Trump to become president, and that's why he's there.
Mr. President, I know there are people that say, you said you were the chosen one, and I said, you were.
What is your view kind of spiritually on the sovereignty of God and what he's doing exactly by putting Donald Trump as president of the United States?
Well, I think it goes to show that everything happens for a reason.
Could it be that President Trump right now has been sort of raised for such a time as this, just like Queen Esther, to help save the Jewish people from an Iranian menace?
As a Christian, I certainly believe that's possible.
I think that God sometimes places people for lessons and sometimes places people for change.
I am confident that the Lord is at work here.
Explain why you say that God has given President Trump the authority to attack North Korea.
The Bible, especially Romans 13, does give President Trump moral authority to use whatever force necessary, including assassination or even war, to topple an evil dictator.
The Reverend Franklin Graham says President-elect Donald Trump was put in the White House by God.
This election, no question, I believe God's hand was in it.
I see the greatest president in history. Of course he is. He was chosen by God.
God, in some reason, put him there for a purpose. I don't know what that is. But we need to get behind him and support him.
To say no to President Trump would be saying no to God.
You really believe that God divinely interjected himself into the campaign and actually chose Donald Trump to win?
I absolutely believe that because I'm a Christian. If you're a believing Christian, you understand God's plan for the people who rule and judge over us on this planet in our government.
He's authentically, whether people like it or not, has been raised up by God because God says that he raises up and places all people in places of authority. It is God that raises up a king.
Trump's the best president for Israel in the history of the world, and the Jewish people love him like he is the king of Israel. They love him like he is the second coming of God.
Of course the president's not the king. The president's far more powerful than the king. The president has the power that kings have never had. He's a very, very powerful office, and the framers wanted it that way.
I am the chosen one.
And good genes, the Jack Nicklaus genes over there.
You get a putting lesson.
I missed the golfing genes.
So Jackie is your father?
Yes, sir.
So he made, I don't know if you've ever heard this, he made the best speech, one of the best speeches I've ever seen, in the rotunda, right?
That was during the congressional medical right?
The head rabbi of Ukraine.
They want you to mail
and some of the rabbis in Israel.
They want everybody at this table.
Thankful for what you do.
Understand the cost of it because they're inefficient.
In the Hebrew religion, they wait for the Messiah to come.
Wow.
So the Messiah, Moshe ben David, if you take their name, you see where it adds up 424. If you take your name, Donald Trump, and then Israel, it adds up to 424. It's something that is very, very unbelievable.
What does that mean?
It's like you have the same numbers than my Messiah, you know.
Meaning, good, right?
Yeah, it's like not good. It's like best. It's like miracle.
Why 424? Why is it?
It's like name of Messiah. You know?
That's his name, Messiah. The Messiah comes out to 424.
What other numbers you have?
No, it's not the number.
It's exactly the number.
Your name, and the numbers, it adds up to his name. It's 424 in the Jewish. So it's like Messiah is the person that's come to save the whole world. So it's like you're the savior being there. That's for you a blessing.
It's amazing. We just thought we're like, wow. It's amazing, you know?
It can't hurt. It can't hurt.
So, all Jew people of Ukraine, they're praying of you, you know? They're like...
Show it to Jared, he'll explain. Good, they're great.
It's like...
Is she going to Israel on the 14th? Yeah. Is she going to go ahead?
temple being built in Israel. Do you believe that at all? I didn't ask you ahead of time, so maybe.
Well, yeah, I mean, certainly, and there's a push for that. And did you notice that one of the very first things when Trump was elected, the rabbis in Israel calling on him and Putin to use their international clout to do what? To rebuild the temple. Don't think this can't happen. I think impetus is on our side right now. I think we're moving towards a moment. And the rabbis over there, some of what the mystical rabbis are saying is very, very curious right now. Trump upset victory divinely sent to begin messianic process, say Israeli rabbis. Oddly enough, Trump goes to Israel in 2012, decides not to run for U.S. president, meets with heads of states, comes out of that, you can watch the YouTube on television, and he starts talking to the Jewish people, telling them to vote for Benjamin Netanyahu and the Likud party, which they did, right? I am the chosen one.
Pastor Joseph? Yes. Prayer? Let's pray together, may we? Yes. Father, your word says, if your people who are called by your name will humble themselves and pray and seek your face, you will forgive their sins and heal your land. Father, I thank you that we have a President Donald Trump, who believes in the power of prayer.
And if you don't know, now you know.